It's Chihuahua time! Welcome back to my 5-part series of needle felting kits for beginners. Hi friends, my name is Allison and I am the artist behind Little Felted Friends. This one is one that's close to my heart. It's a little Chihuahua named Gizmo. You may be wondering why I say he's close to my heart. It's because he is no longer with us. He's touched many hearts. One of my favorite things about needle felting is that it really lets you slow down and make something meaningful with your hands. Inside each kit, we have our instruction booklet with templates to compare your shapes to, our felting wool, the colors per each breed, our felting mat, our pipe cleaner leg stems, eyes, and little hearts to go inside, and our 2 finger protectors. Also, we can't forget our needles. Let's get started. We're gonna set up our little desk area. I like to do this on a hard surface, but if you don't have a hard surface, you can also felt on top of the box. So we're gonna grab a small weft of wool. Start with less than you actually think you'll need. I'm putting my finger protectors on here. I put them on my thumb and my index finger. And I'm gonna start rolling this already into the shape that I want, which is going to be a little ball. And then I'm taking both needles here and I'm gonna go up and down, just poking in. You never want to bend it while it's in the wool. Now we're gonna shape our muzzle, and I'm leaving the left side of the muzzle frayed, and that's gonna act as our attachment point. They're like little spider wings that clamp to the shapes that we want to make. So I'm just going to felt it onto the circle that we just made. Now I'm using my needle to poke all the way through the ball, and that is going to be our eye hole attachment point. If you have super glue, that's perfect. You can put a little tiny dab here and push it all the way through. That'll give you a little extra security in the long run, but if you don't have super glue, it's no problem. We're gonna do the same thing to the other eye. I like to hold it up and kind of compare the eyes to make sure they're going to be level. So push it all the way through here. A lot of it is manipulation with your hands. Alright, now we're ready for the next step. I'm grabbing an even smaller weft of wool here, and I'm going to start felting it onto the mat. These are going to be our little eyelids, so I'm going to make 4 of these. The top ones will be a little bit larger than the bottom ones. And as you can see, I'm using the tiniest amount of wool. When you roll it up, it actually turns into a lot thicker than you might even think. Okay, I'm grabbing the little top eyelid here. I'm gonna start with both tops, and then we're gonna put the bottom on. You can actually completely cover the eye and then push it all the way down so it perfectly wraps around our eye and shapes that typical classic Chihuahua head shape. Now we're going to make a semicircle. This is going to act as a layer cover over the snout that we've already made, and that will form the top lips. So as you can see here, I'm leaving the bottom part frayed, and the top part is going to be that crisp semicircle. Now we're laying it over the snout and using the frayed edges as our attachment point. I'm going to grab more wool here, roll it into a triangle shape, like a little tortilla chip. And then we're just gonna felt it down. I'm using both needles here to get a faster felt. You can do this too, or you can use one at a time. But I do find that it doubles the time of felting, and you don't have to poke as many holes in it to mat that wool together. And I'm also gonna grab a little bit of our pink wool and I'm gonna blend it. So start with less color than you think you need, and you can always add in more, but this is gonna be color mixing. And we're just gonna pull it back and forth, one on top of the other, so you're mixing those fibers together. And then we're going to poke it onto the top. Now that we've done that to both sides of the ears, we're ready to make the nose. I'm just grabbing a teeny spot of black and poking it together. I'm going to hold it up to the nose, see where I like the position to be. And if it's too big, we can actually go back later with scissors and shape it down a little bit more. And then we can also take some white wool and cover up a bit of it to blend it in more. Now that I've attached my ears, we're going to move on to the body. So step one, which is major, is done. Okay, this is my favorite part. We have the little heart. It's not something that you see, but it's reassuring to know it's there. It's a little touch that I put in every single one of my felted friends from the beginning. The little tiny heart inside. Now I'm just gonna cover it up with some wool and start rolling. So here I'm again grabbing both needles for the faster felt to make the body. And these two little oval shapes are going to be our hips, and they will attach to the side of the body that you just made. And I kind of like to layer it over just to see where I think it should sit. It's totally up to you on the position that you want your Chihuahua to be in. And then we're going to take another weft of wool, and I like to mat it down a bit before, but this is going to cover those two hips that we just made, and it's going to blend everything in. I'm using a combination of my fine and my coarse needle. I like to use the fine needle for the more detailed areas and the coarse needle for the bigger body areas. Now that we've made our body with our two hip bones, we're going to make the neck. So I'm making a little circular shape and layering it on top. Again, I've used those frayed edges as my attachment points. So we're going to grab that head and poke it onto the neck that we just made. Now we're going to grab a pipe cleaner. I like to cut out the fuzz in the center for a cleaner look of the foot. You'll see exactly how this will lay out in the end, and it'll be a really nice, clean, sharp look. Gotta push my little dust debris to the side. I love a clean workspace, but it's also really satisfying to have a messy space at the same time. So here's my two wefts of wool, and these are going to be for the legs. We're going to do the same things on each side. So we place it in the middle, bend it, twist it, poke it. I'll walk you through the next one again, and this end is going to be our little paw. And that's where we cut off the fuzz in the beginning, just so none of it would poke through and we get a little bit more of a cleaner look. So now I'm taking that extra wool and I'm gonna wrap it around the pipe cleaner to cover up all the tan color. The pipe cleaner gives it a little more of a fuller look. So then I did the same thing on the other side. I poked it into place, and now we're gonna line up both of our legs to see where we like them. You can go back later and kind of tug them around if they're not in the right position. But now that we've got the leg formations, we are going to cover it up with more wool. This is very similar to how we did the hip bones. We are going to mat down a little rectangular strip of wool and then lay it right over the top. This will bump out the chest and it will give your Chihuahua that classic look. Oh my gosh, she's starting to come to life. You can really see all of your hard work. All right, now we're going to make the little tiny hind feet and the tail. So I'm making just a little teardrop shape and leaving one end frayed, and I like to use my fingers to roll the wool like clay. It's definitely a lot less messy than clay, which is amazing for travel purposes. And it does make a good travel kit because you can use the box as your desk, and no water, no paint, no mess. I'm attaching both the little feet here. You can see how they stabilize the dog and line it up in the end. Now we're gonna make the tail. Now Chihuahuas have a little bit of a bushier tail at the end. I actually noticed that as I was studying the anatomy of Chihuahuas. And you can kind of like put it to the side a bit. I think it gives it some personality, especially when you are looking at it head on. And now for the final stages, you can see I'm just taking my extra wool and I'm layering it on top of every little bit that we've made so we can really blend everything in seamlessly. I'm gonna take a little extra pink here and make his teeny tongue. Gizmo is known for his tongue always sticking out. Here it is. You can decide where you like the tongue to stick out, but Gizmo's signature look is right out the side. Then I'm gonna shape it with my scissors. A lot of these shapes you can actually make bigger and then shape with your scissors later. So now I'm gonna blend some black and white to make a dark gray. And this will be the lining of the lips and the eyes. So you'll see it begin to pop here and give it that typical Chihuahua smile, lining his cute little eyes. You can make them as expressive as you want and play around with the eyebrows, the eye shape. If you have your own Chihuahua and want to personalize it to your little one, I think you should go for it. Gizmo has very large puppy dog eyes, and I really wanted to capture that with him when I made this kit in honor of him. And here he is, our little teeny tiny Gizmo. So proud of how far you've come. Would love to see how yours turned out, so tag me at Little Felted Friends and I will share everybody's results. I can't wait to see them. And next up in our Little Felted Friends needle felting kits for beginners is the Dachshund. We're gonna felt Honeydew.